The first fight of Spring of Sorrow just dropped, and it is an Iron Fist boss, and I didn't even realize that Mr. Negative was considered defensive utility, so I saw that and I was like, oh wait, I'm gonna try this with Negative, and it's really, really easy for him, and that's just because of the way Mr. Negative is a science champion who can get around stuff like debuff immune, because he just does not care if he uses SP3 rotation. The SP3 rotation basically consumes all your dark energy, and it just does direct damage instead of placing degens like you do on the SP2. So I have 16 dark energy here, and then I'm going to throw the SP3 in just a second after this heavy attack, and you're going to see all the burst damage from the special 3. So he goes from 91 down to 77, which is pretty nice. So he definitely is one of the faster options for this fight, just because he has a way to deal damage that most science champions can't for this fight. So he also has the ability to, when you're throwing that SP3, he will regenerate depending on how much light energy you have. So that's a way to stay really sustainable in this fight. If you want to throw an SP3 with a bunch of light energy because you lost some health, then you are able to heal a lot of that back. And basically, at that point, the only thing you need to manage is pressure gauge, because if you can just make sure that pressure gauge does not hit 10, then you're not really going to take a lot of damage, and you're healing pretty much any block damage back because of your light energy on the SP3. So just make sure that when you're throwing your SP3, you have the ebb and flow heavy down. That cruelty really doesn't do anything for Negative, but it is important to have the protection down at least. I did miss a parry there somehow, but that's okay. I'm going to go for the evade there. I have 20 dark energy, going to go for the heavy attack, and he's going to go from 39% all the way down to 39 to 18. So that was 20% health off in that SP3. Definitely pretty good. So and you gain so much power from blocking hits in this fight that your spamming SP3 is relatively fast. So yeah, it's just a matter of practicing, because this fight took me maybe 10 attempts. I eventually got the hang of it, but it definitely took some practice, because it is kind of crazy all the amount of things that Iron Fist does to you in this fight, with all the different nodes. So just take a bit of practice, and then you can eventually get the solo like I just did with Negative. And that is my defensive utility size medium tag. So Mr. Negative did a really, really good job there, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Tell me how it goes for you, and I will see you in the next one.